Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're taking you along on our adventure in Saigon, Vietnam. Saigon is also known as Ho Chi Minh City. It is a vibrant and bustling metropolis with so much to see and do.
But before you pack your bags, let's talk about things that are important in preparation for your trip.
Most nationalities need a visa to enter Vietnam, but luckily it's pretty straightforward. You can apply online for an e-visa for tourism or business purposes.
Yeah, and just make sure you have a valid passport with at least 6 months remaining, a digital photo, and a credit card to pay for the fees. The whole process takes a few days, so apply in advance to avoid any last-minute stress.
Also, from our experience, we were able to obtain another type of visa because Tan was actually born in Vietnam. If you are a foreign passport holder of Vietnamese origin,
In this case, me,
or a foreign passport holder who is a spouse of a Vietnamese origin person, that is me, you can apply for a 5-year multiple entries visa for tourism purposes with up to 6 months stay for each entry.
Xin chào from Saigon. We've just landed in Vietnam's biggest city. Nhat International Airport can be a bit overwhelming, but don't panic. First thing you need to figure out is how to get from the airport to your accommodation. There are plenty of taxi options, but be cautious of overcharging. We recommend using Grab or Green SM, the ride-hailing apps similar to Uber, for a cheap, safe and reliable ride.
Now you would think of how do I connect to app at the airport? Before coming here, we knew that we wanted to get a local SIM, which is a lot cheaper compared to a tourist SIM card. And it can easily be obtained at any local phone shop once you get out of the airport. So while we were in Australia, we made sure our phone had international roaming and enough data to order rides until we get a new SIM. This is not an ad by the way, but we both have Felix eSIMs. I initially signed up because they plant a tree for you every month, but soon realized the extra bonuses as a full-time traveler. You can add a roaming pack to your subscription for only $20, which includes 100 SMS, 100 minutes international phone calls, and 4 GB of data. Our favorite part about this is you can actually pause your original subscription and still have an active Australian number while on the roaming pack. This is so helpful because, as you know, most Australian banks will send SMS to your Australian number to approve of any online transaction. It saved us so much money without having to pay monthly for keeping a plan we don't actually use. Get ready to feel like a millionaire. The Vietnamese dong comes in large denominations. Be mindful of those extra zeros when using dong. Cash is king, so you'll definitely need to find a way to have cash with you at all times. We only carried a small amount of cash with us when traveling and rely mostly on our bank cards for withdrawals.
However, it is easy to convert your currency. We recommend exchanging money at banks or reputable exchanges. And to our surprise, gold stores are also commonly used and relatively reliable. I would recommend avoiding exchanging money at the airport as usual.
Alright, so
we're walking towards TP Bank. Did a bit of Google research. Apparently this is one of the banks that, there's an ATM, that doesn't have ATM withdrawal fee. So we have a card from Australia that has no international withdrawal fee as well. So just trying to double dip because sometimes even your home country doesn't. The ATMs here do. So like, I'm gonna give it a try and see if it's real.
alright.
Okay, so we just took the maximum amount of $5 million. Sorry, 5 million dong. Not $5 million.
Vietnam dong.
5 million Vietnam dong. And I checked my bank in Australia and there seems to be no transaction fees from this ATM. So I'm just going to wait a little bit and just make sure that's actually accurate. But it's looking pretty good and the rate's actually quite good. We checked it against Z.com and it's pretty much the same. So yeah.
Does this show you what the rate is?
No, I haven't got the rates, but like I checked it against Z and it's on par. So I'm going to say it's pretty accurate. So it's, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. There you go.
As I've said, we mainly relied on our bank cards. We use 3 different cards while traveling, 2 ATM debit cards for cash withdrawals and 1 travel credit card. The reason why you do need 2 debit cards is if one gets lost, you still have a backup for cash in a country like Vietnam where cash is king. We definitely learned this the hard way in Thailand last year, where we lost our card and copped much more fees using our normal Australian card. We highly recommend Ubank and Macquarie debit cards. They have no annual fees, no international conversion and transaction fees, and the exchange rates are actually quite good. For the credit card option, we use 28 degrees/latitude. I've actually had this card for over 10 years and it is my go-to travel credit card.
Again, this is not an ad. It's just what we found helpful and want to share with you.
Embrace the chaos. Saigon's traffic can be overwhelming, but it is also part of the city's charm. Be patient, use crosswalks, and just walk slowly with confidence. People will definitely go around you. The trick is, do not suddenly stop, just keep going.
Finally, learn a few basic Vietnamese phrases. It's a great way to show respect and make connections with the locals. Something like cảm ơn, which is thank you. Xin chào, which is hello. Tạm biệt, which is goodbye. Or ngon quá, very delicious.
We hope these tips help you have an amazing time in Saigon.
And if you haven't, hit that subscribe button and join us on our digital nomad journey. Tạm biệt.
If you found this video informative and inspiring, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date on all our latest adventures and travel tips.
And sharing is caring. So do share this video with your friends, family and fellow travelers.